Can you hear? Can you hear the soundtrack coming from this pot of egusi soup? If I send you this pot of soup, tell me in the comments, what will you eat it with? So first of all, I want to say thank you to my friends, Mate and I'm Extreme, for helping me make such a beautiful intro video. So I usually take pictures of food that I make and usually don't know what to do with it, but they made it such a beautiful video and I'm grateful for it. So please check the screen. I'll be writing the process for this meal on the screen. At first, I was really skeptical of what video to post first because I had so many videos. I'm like, which one I go show these people first? So in my last video that I posted, my New Year video, my friend Armstrong commented specifically on the egusi soup and said, "Is that egusi I see?" So for that, I'm posting the egusi soup recipe first. I know this egusi might look a little bit unconventional from the way you make your regular egusi because of the tomato and the Scotch bonnet. Well, if you haven't been cooking your egusi this way, just give it a try. I promise you, you will never go back to your old ways. In fact, this will be the way you cook egusi soup. This will be the way your generations to come will cook egusi soup. I kid you not. So when I was making this recipe, I just remembered one time when I was in secondary school. I think I was already like GSS1 or GSS2, and I did not like swallow at all. I always loved to eat rice. So when I was coming back from school that day, I was expecting to miss rice as usual. But egusi soup was my brother's favorite soup. I remember till date. And unluckily for me, he was at home that day, and my mom. So before I go back to my story, I know some of you might be thinking this egusi is looking too red. Yes, so I blended it with dried pepper and also used pepper for my tomato mix. So if you're not a fan of pepper, you can just blend your egusi with dry pepper, or you can just choose to use Scotch bonnet. You don't have to do both of them. So back to my story. So my brother was at home that day and my mom decided to make egusi soup for him because it was his favorite soup. I came back, saw egusi, I was angry and grumbling. My brother already saw me angry and said, even if I grumble from today to tomorrow, I'm still going to eat that egusi soup. I was so angry, but I was like, what's him going to do? So then our kitchen was outside the house. Our kitchen was in a different building from the house. And my mom was like, Esther, carry that pot of egusi soup, put it inside the house. Carry from the kitchen and put it inside the house. I was still wearing my school uniform, grumbling as usual. Went to the kitchen, raised the pot from the fire, and was going inside the house. I don't know how I tripped and fell. I promise you guys, it was not intentional. I think about it still to this day, and I'm like, I did not do that thing on purpose. How come? I tripped and fell, and the whole pot of soup was on the floor. The first person that came out of the house was my brother. The next thing I know that was I was hearing siren sound in my ear. He had whoosed me dirty slap because in his mind I threw that soup on purpose, and I did not. You guys, I promise you, I did not. Next thing I saw, I was on the floor. Another slap had entered the other ear, and all I was seeing at that point in time was stars because it'd be like, see that second slap land for my eyes too. I was just there on the ground. I was crying. I was thinking about a lot of things like, I didn't do this thing on purpose. Like, I did not do it on purpose. But because I had already complained, I was a culprit. Like, nobody was going to believe my side of the story that I didn't do it on purpose. Now the soup is gone. I'm on the floor. My brother is angry. My mom is trying to calm him down to just leave me alone because my brother was ready to beat shaggy from my body that day. I was just on the floor there with my school uniform, so my white shirt was stained because I wear white shirt and ash gown. Yeah, my white shirt was stained because he slapped me to the ground where the pot of egusi spilled. I was there for like an hour. My mother didn't even come to my rescue. Everybody just left me to my fate. When I finally got up, I went inside, changed my shirt. In fact, that afternoon I did not eat because my mom was not ready to go through another stress. It was like dinner that we now had. I can't remember what we had for dinner, but I know that I didn't eat that afternoon till like dinner. And every time I see egusi soup, I first of all think about my brother because it's his favorite soup, and then I think about that incident that happened that time. And sometimes I still feel like going to tell him, do you know that I did not throw away that egusi? I don't even know if he can remember that scenario anymore, but I still feel like going to defend myself because it really wasn't on purpose, you guys. But anyways, that's what I think about when I see egusi soup. So you guys, I want you to tell me what you think about this recipe in the comment section. And I remember promising that there's going to be a lot of giveaways this year, right? So tell me what you think about this recipe in the comment section. Tell me what you'll be eating this recipe with in the comment section. Tell me that what will go with this egusi soup now. If you get this egusi soup, if you get this pot of egusi soup or this plate of egusi soup, what will go with it? What will you use to eat it? So if you're in Lagos and how are we going to do this giveaway? So I want to give one person in Lagos a plate of egusi soup. And if you're in any other state, so one person in Lagos, one person outside Lagos, you get 3,000 naira is fair enough to buy egusi soup now. So you get 3,000 naira to get a plate of egusi soup from your favorite restaurant. But just tell me in the comment section, what would you eat egusi soup if you get it? If you get this egusi soup, especially, this soup is giving, you guys. By the time the soup was ready, I just used hot eba to follow the soup. You know those yellow curry eba? That's the one I used. So tell me what you eat in the comment section. I'll pick in randomly. Stay safe, stay woke. I love you. Mwah.